friends, family, members, all. As chairperson of the search and call team, I'm up here representing our amazing search team here at First Congregational Church. So first and foremost, let me say, as members of the search and call team, we want to express our complete gratitude for the trust that you have placed in us. This search process and God-led discussions have not been easy, but have been joyful, uplifting, enlightening, very informational, and all around hopeful. So it's time for an update. At the beginning of our process, our elected team sought your perspectives on our church's ministry through a questionnaire and a series of small group meetings. Your insights and ideas were incorporated into our local church profile that the candidates would be able to read. Our vacancy was then listed on the UCC ministry opportunities, where hundreds of ministerial candidates saw it. And I can't stress enough, hundreds. We also publicized our vacancy within our local networks and directed any interested candidates to the conference. We also asked you, as congregation members, for your suggestions on who we should call. All persons authorized to complete a UCC ministerial profile submitted their profiles through the conference office and were then forwarded to our team. These profiles had information about the candidate's sense of calling, formation for ministry, faith and leadership experience, references, an ethical self-disclosure form, and criminal background check. So, some details. We received over 30 profiles, and we read them all with our local church profile in mind. So we arranged a number of those candidates for initial interviews and then follow-up interviews, and then we called references. We completed our due diligence through the Michigan UCC conference before inviting our top candidate to visit and tour the church and our local community. So where are we now? After 18 months, everybody, 18 months, over 200 or more hours of countless meetings and prayers and God-led discussions, our search and call team concluded our prayer-filled process of reviewing profiles and interviewing candidates, ultimately reaching a unanimous decision. Yes, you heard that right. Our team made a God-led decision to choose a human who we believe is the person for us. We were glad when our top candidate responded enthusiastically to our invitation for a candidating weekend. So I will say this, confidentiality has been an essential part of this entire process, from reviewing profiles to interviews, so we have kept you in necessary suspense of the candidate's name. That will not be revealed unless you've already received our letter that did go out from the church office this week. Will be announced next week. It is important to honor the integrity of our committee's discernment and to respect our candidates' current ministry settings, so you can understand why we have to do that. Now, a congregational letter, like I said, has gone out this past week with all of the details and more from what I'm saying as well. So we ask you to keep in close confidence the candidate's name in that letter in their current ministry until such a time as the congregation is informed publicly or the vote is affirmative and we have the candidate's consent to publish the news of their new call and ministry with us. I cannot even describe how excited we are as a team and where we have come after all this time, and we are just beyond excited. We're filled with joy, we're filled with hope, and overwhelming emotion. We all know that I can cry a whole lot, so this has taken a lot. So I'm going to turn it over to Sheryl, our moderator, for a special call to meeting.
As moderator of First Congregational Church, Rochester, Michigan, it gives me great pleasure to present the official call to meeting of the congregation for the purpose of voting on approval of the candidate for settled pastor presented by our search and call team. This special meeting will occur on Sunday, May 23, immediately following worship. At that time, our search and call team will present their candidate to the congregation. The candidate will introduce themselves and answer congregational questions. Leadership team will present the call agreement and be available for questions. Members will then be able to vote for approval of the presented candidate with a decision known shortly thereafter. Ability to participate and vote remotely will be made available, and this is in accordance both with our bylaws and the current state COVID guidelines for meetings. So please plan on attending this important moment in our church life, either in person or remotely. Remember to watch for the exact details in your emails, postal mail, or contact the church office if you are unsure of the process. Thank you.